Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another video. Welcome to new subscribers. I had quite a few extras join this channel as a result of the last few videos I've done. So Mercury retrograde has, messed with my schedule a little bit, but really happy to be back. And today I would love to share some thoughts and ideas to help get you through this week as Venus makes her rare station direct. So if you would like to recap on some of the videos I've already done about Venus retrograde, a good chunk of my previous videos have been all about that. So this week is a really great week to sort of reflect on events that have changed, shifted, whether that has happened in a literal sense or more of an internal or an emotional sense since around the 23rd of July when she stationed retrograde at 28 Leo. So this week it happens sort of across Sunday, Monday. Venus will station direct at 12 degrees of Leo. Now, out of all of the planets, bar Mars, Venus retrogrades, station retrogrades or direct, the least out of all of the planets. So we're not going to see any of this kind of action from Venus until Aries, the retrograde in Aries, and that starts March 2025. So Venus will still be at her station degree, which is 12 Leo, for another week. So the way to look at this is if you are, if you've just reversed your car, you've stopped, and then you start driving again. It doesn't mean that you go from 0 to 100 kilometers, or I believe it's 60 miles if you're in the US, in a split second. I mean, some cars can move pretty quick, right? But the idea here is that it takes a little bit for Venus to sort of get up to speed. And she's going to do that over the course of, the upcoming weeks. Point being, though, Venus stays at 12 degrees of Leo for another 7 days. So the station is sort of that supreme point of intensity where things are getting better, but they're not getting better, instantaneously or anytime soon. In some traditional thoughts with astrology, the idea of a Venus or any planet for that matter stationing direct, it's this idea, you've been sick, you've been in your bed a couple of days, or a couple of weeks, whatever the situation may be, and you finally start to feel a little bit better. You're certainly not running any marathons anytime soon, but you might have enough strength to sort of start eating again and getting back to just a few very gentle, easy activities. And that is sort of what Venus is doing over the course of the next week. She's recovering, she's getting better, and she's improving. So just like being sick, Venus is slowly regaining two things, astronomically, I should say, and that is speed, but not again for another week, but she is going to be gaining brightness because she's still in this station degree for another week, and the sun continues ticking over a degree each day. So that distance between the sun and Venus increases her brightness in the morning sky. So when we think back over the last couple of, since late July, there's been a lot of breakups, a lot of relationship upsets, which is really sort of what happens with Venus retrograde. We've seen it in celebrity culture. We've also I've seen it lots of clients experiencing some relationship upsets, and also too in my personal friendship groups and things like that. One thing about this station retrograde, and I've had to counsel this to my own friends, remember who you are. That's a really important thing this week. Remember what your heart is, what its value is, and remember maybe who you were or who you are before some of this, whether it's a relationship turmoil. For some of us, it might be friendship groups that are a little bit unstable. Maybe it's a work situation, a living situation, or something to do with family, finances. Look at the Leo part of your birth chart, which is really going to give you or hone into what that Venus retrograde story's been for you. Venus in Leo is very regal and queen-like. She knows what she wants and she knows what her value is. So this retrograde is definitely lit up the part of your life where maybe you've settled for a little bit less with the hopes of something really beautiful. This week, I'm going to call it the Madonna week. And the reason I say that, well, firstly, she is a native of Venus in Leo, but there's also one particular song that really comes to mind when I think about this week. And that song is called Living for Love. And so I've printed it out. I just want to read some of the lyrics that really speaks to the journey that Venus has been on and what this now looks like as she spends the next week at 12 degrees, which, no, her Venus is at 0. But anyway, this will be a revolution requiring further of not worrying about winning other people's approval, of not wishing you were someone else, but perfectly content to be who you are, someone unique and rare and fearless. I want to start a revolution of love. Turn the page here. First, you let me love you. Hang on. First, you love me and I let you in. Made me feel like I was born again. You empowered me. You made me strong, built me up, and I could do no wrong. I let down my guard. I fell into your arms. Forgot who I was. I didn't hear the alarms. Now I'm down on my knees, alone in the dark. I was blind to your game. You fired a shot in my heart. I'm going to carry on. I could get caught up in bitterness, but I'm not dwelling on this crazy mess. I found freedom in the ugly truth. I deserve the best, and it's not you. You've broken my heart, but you can't break me down. I've fallen apart. Once I was lost, now I've been found. Picked up my crown, put it back on my head. I can forgive, but I'll never forget. So, as I said, your retrograde story may not be about brokenhearted and unrequited love or love that went wrong, but look at your Leo house and think about maybe you've settled for less in some area of your life and you need to reclaim that. At some level, there's going to be some topics of self-value, of self-worth, remembering who you were or who you are and reclaiming that. And it is a brave and courageous act to do that. It's certainly not an easy thing to do. And that's the so now what piece as Venus stations at 12 over the course of the next week. You may have put that crown on your head and reclaimed who you were, but still it's trepidation, stepping forward into freedom and courageousness and bravery. And that's what this week is about sort of resilience. It's about the blessings that come your way when you take that step, when you take that course of action that's led by the heart through self-worth and self-value. There's also some other aspects this week that really do bring some significant blessings with the Sun trine Jupiter. We've also got a Mercury cazimi in Virgo, which is really powerful. I have got a video, I'll link it below, that does describe the meaning of Mercury cazimi, like a deeper meaning of that, and how that can be about the mind and the heart coming back as one. So when you can lead from the heart this week, I really feel that the roads can open. And I hope that this, little bit of a reflective philosophical video may have helped you think about the journey you've been on and the steps you might need to take as you move forward over the course of the next week or so. So if you'd like more deeper insights into September this week and the astrology ahead, the Golden Circle is the place to be. And we've also started launching some of the preliminary material for our Introduction to Planetary Magic course, which is a free offering to everyone that's inside the circle. So I'll leave a link below. You can choose a monthly subscription, annual. I keep it really, really inexpensive and try and give as much as I can in that little membership. So until next time, I'd love to hear your comments below, how you're experiencing this retrograde. Do you feel empowered now, or is it the start of more drama that kind of got stirred up under the retrograde? I'd love to hear your thoughts below in the comments, and I look forward to connecting with you next time.